In the shadows of war, amid the relentless thunder of gunfire and the anguished cries of the wounded, there exists a figure often unseen yet indispensable. This is the story of Anna, a wartime medic whose courage and compassion became a beacon of hope for many on the battlefield. Her service did not take place in the safety of distance. She operated on the front lines, where seconds could mean the difference between life and death. This narrative unravels the daily reality faced by medics like Anna, individuals who step into the chaos with nothing but determination and medical skill, saving lives under the gravest conditions imaginable. Every war has its heroes, but some heroes do not wield weapons. Instead, they hold bandages and administer aid to those whose survival hangs precariously in the balance. Anna's role was to penetrate the battlefield's fury, moving swiftly through smoke and danger to reach the injured. The battlefield is unforgiving. It demands vigilance and courage, where hesitation costs lives. Anna's training enabled her to provide critical first aid, often performing procedures right where soldiers fell. Her hands had to act with precision amid the storm of violence. She had to keep calm as bullets zipped past, shells exploded, and the ground shook beneath her. What does it mean to be a medic like Anna on the front lines? It begins with recognizing the signs that a wounded soldier won't survive without immediate intervention: the pallor of shock, the uncontrolled bleeding, the shallow breath. Each injury requires a different response: a specific bandage placement, a dose of medication, or rapid evacuation to safety. Anna learned to read these signs without hesitation, stepping forward where others would retreat. Over time, her role evolved from just treating wounds to becoming a pillar of emotional strength for her comrades. She saw pain in its rawest form and bore witness to the fragility of life in ways few ever would. Yet the reality Anna faced was not just chaos and injury. The fog of war often produces denial, a hope that the nightmare might not be as dire as it appears. Commanders and soldiers alike would sometimes downplay injuries or dismiss the severity of situations, hoping for resilience rather than requiring immediate evacuation. Anna's experience showed her the plain truth: ignoring or minimizing wounds leads to preventable deaths. She had to challenge these assumptions constantly. The emergency interventions she provided saved lives that might otherwise have been lost due to disbelief or delay. Anna's story is not just one of personal bravery, but also of countless lives saved through her skill and persistence. In one harrowing account, she arrived just in time to stabilize a soldier who had nearly lost consciousness from a deep abdominal wound. Her rapid actions and steady hands applied pressure, halted bleeding, and stabilized him long enough for evacuation. This man would later credit Anna's intervention as the reason he survived that day. Stories like this were numerous. Soldiers pulled from the brink of death because a medic dared to move forward into harm's way. The backdrop of Anna's service has a rich historical context, reflecting a legacy of medical personnel who have changed the tide of war. From the days of Florence Nightingale tending to battlefield casualties during the Crimean War to the combat medics of modern conflicts, the practice of battlefield medicine has evolved, but remains as essential today as ever. Despite this, medics like Anna often face neglect in recognition. Their work is overshadowed by the valor of soldiers armed for battle, yet without medical aid, front lines would quickly fall into irreversible tragedy. Throughout history, conspiracy and bureaucracy sometimes undercut their support, delaying resources or recognition, making their work even more perilous. Anna's narrative reminds us all that war's true cost is not just counted in territories lost or gained, but in lives nurtured back from the edge. As viewers, we are called to honor not only the visible heroes, but those who risk everything behind the scenes. The silent bravery of medics like Anna teaches invaluable lessons about sacrifice, resilience, and humanity's capacity for good even amid destruction. This story, shared now with you, is a tribute, a call to remember the faces behind the helmets, the hands that heal, and the spirits that refuse to break, no matter the odds. In honoring Anna and those like her, we acknowledge that courage often comes without recognition but always at great cost. Their perseverance under fire changes the course of battle, one life at a time. Remember their stories, remember their sacrifice. Because in every war, these untold warriors carry the true spirit of humanity forward.